Twitcheritos, what is shaking? How's your Monday? My Monday was alright. I've had better, I've had worse. My Monday was alright. And, yeah. We are here in the place to be, if you ask me. Why? Because I'm spending time. Sorry, I had to close my window here. Spending time with all of you. Oh, reward available. Daily reward available in 2 days? Weird. If it's daily, shouldn't it be tomorrow? I mean, I'm not the smartest person, but let's get rid of that. Well, I'm sorry about that. That was my phone reminding me of something tomorrow. Something tomorrow that does not really matter. I mean, it matters for me, but all right, let's see here. You know what? Let's Grand Prix it. Let's Grand Prix it tonight. Let's see what we can do there. The only thing, I don't know how many people like to do the speed rounds. I don't know if anybody out there listening and watching likes to do the speed rounds. Excuse me. Jiminy Christmas, that was rude. But I mean, I'll play any mode. Oh, sorry, forgot to mute that. That was weird. But yeah, I'll play any mode of this. I mean, there's only 2 modes. Well, yeah, technically 2 modes. Item or spectator main in the house. How's it going? How you doing? Hope you're well, Bob Ross. I mean, I guess there's only like 2 modes. It's either speed mode or item mode. And I mean, obviously from there, solo, duo, squad. Sometimes I get paired up with a squad, and that's kind of cool. See, it's already over a minute for matching. I don't think that's what we really want here. We'll give it to a minute 30. If there's nothing, we'll try Grand Prix item mode. And I'm probably going to get destroyed because I'm pretty much trash at games. If you've been following along, you've seen it. But I'm super stoked, and I've said this a trillion times. If I've said it once, I've said it a trillion times. I am very stoked for Street Fighter 6. Buck 40, sorry. We went there. Grand Prix. And let's do... Or is it Prix? What if we could start calling it Grand Prix? Alright, let's try item mode. I feel like there's going to be a better chance of doing that. I'm kind of excited to see what happens at the end of all the Grand Prix. Like, you know, what kind of thing or things I get. But yeah, super excited about that. And then tomorrow, see, told you, like, I don't even know, I didn't look at the time, but there we go. We got a Grand Prix match right here. Tomorrow and every Tuesday over on my YouTube, if you're into wrestling, especially of the 2K variety, my Federation League of Jobbers, week 2, pretty good matches. I'm a little biased, but pretty good matches. So feel free to check that out tomorrow. SendCheatCodes, same name as here on the old Twitcheroo. And how do I? Yeah, there we go. Gosh, I feel like it's probably been a week since I played this game. I was trying to remember what the buttons were. I almost hit L2, but that wouldn't have done it. Ow. I'm still only in 6th, though. So I feel like... I just need the points, you know? Aw. Again, if you're watching at home or wherever you're watching, I mean, this day and age, you could be on a bus, you could be in class, you could be at work, you could be in the bathroom. I don't know. I'm not here to judge. If you haven't downloaded this game, I would say, dude, I think it's still free. And then if you have the whatever the lowest tier for the PlayStation Store is, somebody Google whatever that's called, Essential. I don't know. You get like a free little, a free pack of stuff, some coins. I think it's like 20 G's too. Like, I don't think it's anything to, like, you know, scoff at. It's quite helpful. But then a lot of the cool stuff to buy in the store, it's oh, did I not get anybody with that? Oh my gosh, I'm garbage. I tell you folks, like, I'm just the absolute worst in life at everything. You know, there's like Midas, where everything you touch turned to gold. Everything I touch turns into poop brownies. What the heck's a poop brownie? You want to hear a story about poop brownies? So, growing up, I was in a bit of a sheltered home. I mean, my parents, they were I guess strict, but with reason. We couldn't listen. Yeah, see, doggone it. We couldn't listen to music that had, like, this is gonna age me, and some of you might not even know what the hell I'm talking about, because people don't buy CDs, and I mean, people buy vinyl, I guess, a lot now, and it'd be similar. But if you buy CDs or vinyl, you'll usually see, it's typically in the bottom right corner, a little sticker, or a little label, depending on how the distributor decided to do it, that said parental advisory, explicit content, explicit lyrics. Let's say lyrics. Somebody Google it. And this was a thing put in place by Tipper Gore. Let's say back in, like, gosh, 1992, 93-ish. And if I remember the story correctly, her daughter, or one of her daughters, I don't know how many kids she and Al Gore, the man who invented the internet, how many kids they had, how many daughters they had, but one of them had probably a cassette tape of 2 Live Crew. Now, if you know anything about 2 Live Crew, you know where this is going. If you don't know anything about 2 Live Crew, I mean, you want to talk about vulgar music. Like, think of the Ying Yang Twins. I don't know who's really hot right now. Okay, like WAP, that song WAP. Think of how vulgar that is, right? And where it's like, Jesus, I can't believe they put out that song. 2 Live Crew was putting out stuff kind of like that. You know, like, kind of the same stuff like 3 6 Mafia, some of their stuff, Ying Yang Twins. I'm trying to think who else was on, like, the, who was on, like, who was well known. I mean, there's probably a lot of underground stuff that's like, what? So she heard whatever song, she's like, oh, this is filth. And then set forth a campaign that record companies and stuff had to start putting it on there, because it was kind of like, well, there's a rating system for movies. Why can't we do it for music? Because this is just as detrimental to the minds of pretty much everybody, not even just the youth. I mean, let's be real here. Like, that stuff, while a lot of us do enjoy it, don't get me wrong, we do enjoy it, we do dig it, I don't know if it should be so readily available like it is. And so she had them put that on there, and it could be for anything. It could be swear words. It could be, um, violence. And you're thinking violence in a song, yeah, like you're talking about killing somebody or somebody dying, or whatever, just anything, like it's stuff that people shouldn't be. Just yeah, like you got to understand what you're getting yourself into by listening to that stuff. Um, and to where one of the so obviously Two Live Crew was like one of the biggest groups under the radar, or not under the radar, on the radar for this stuff. And a different group, I want to say for sure, it for sure was D. Snyder. He was with Twisted Sister, and I'm not sure if it was a Twisted Sister song. I don't know if D. Snyder did his own thing, if he had a different band, I don't know. But it was a song called Under the Knife. Google it. Um, and so she was like, oh, this sort of stuff, blah, blah, cutting people open. And he was talking about, like, a tracheotomy he had, or something like that. And just, so, obviously, she didn't know what the song was about. She's just, oh, knives? Violence. Has to be, sort of stuff like that. So, in some regards, she was right with, some of the Two Live Crew stuff being over sexual. And I never even went and listened to Under the Knife, but you know, it's one of those, you didn't even listen to the thing and you're just like, I'm against it. It's like, really? Like, okay, whatever. And so our parents, my brother and I have one brother, they wouldn't let us listen to anything that had those on there. Oh my gosh, I'm garbage. Um, wow, oh man, this sucks. Now I'm trying to think of where the hell I was going with all this, because now I'm all confused because I just lost this match forever. Um, yeah, I don't know. I grew up in a sheltered home, essentially. Couldn't listen to a lot of music with bad words in it, and watch a lot of any movies that were rated R or whatever. Our parents had to watch it first, and this was kind of pre-internet at times like that. Like, I know it's hard for some people to think of a time before the internet, whereas like nowadays, Jimmy Christmas, that really put a damper on my points. Nowadays, you can look up. I can't remember what the name of the website is. Um, I can't remember what the name of the stupid website is, but there's a website where you go in and you can like you type in the movie or even the show, and it's more for parents um, to see. Oh, okay, so this movie has a naked scene here, or like this kind of nudity. Maybe it's only a topless scene, or maybe it's somebody's butt, whatever. And yeah, I can't think of somebody Google it, but like you can go in and see what's in there, what kind of swearing is in there. I don't know if it gets to a statistical rate of like, oh, this movie uses um, every form of the F bomb 34 times, or like, they use the word shit 10 times, or whatever. Um, and yeah, and then it would tell you like the nudity, like, oh, there's this scene, there's a sex scene here, there's an implied sex scene here, yada yada. And I mean, I think my brother and our parents would have used that website a lot, just, and not to like ruin our fun, but also just to be sure that we're not getting into things we shouldn't be getting into, and seeing things and hearing things we shouldn't be hearing and seeing. Now I'm actually really mad at myself that I lost the entire point of why I brought up Two Live Crew, Tipper Gore, Parental Advisory. Yeah, damn it, I can't think of what I was thinking, but yeah, I mean that's a little backstory. I mean, grew up in a sheltered home, I suppose. That'll be the point of it now. That I grew up in one of those homes, so we couldn't really watch a lot of that stuff, listen to a lot of that stuff, and um, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I was talking about hyped about Street Fighter 6 coming out. Downloading this game because it's free and it's fun. Gosh, 2 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna give it to 2:30, and then we'll go into just regular races because this is dumb. I mean, this is taking a while. You know what I mean? I figure everybody just wanted to beat me down in that race, and then leave me crying in the corner. All right, let's see here. Change mode. Let's go item because why not? All right. Sheesh. So not too many people playing Grand Prix, I guess. I wonder too. And I guess this is gonna sound like a cheap way of add me on PlayStation or on this game at least. But if, like, let's say I had 2 or 3 buddies, does that up our chances of getting into Grand Prix? Can we race against each other in Grand Prix? Does it have to be completely random? I wonder. Because at that point, it is, every racer for themselves, for sure, in Grand Prix. I'm sure if I had at least one other buddy on here, we could just do duos all day. A little shake and bake. If I had 3 other buddies that had this game, then we could always just do squads. Or not, maybe not always. Maybe like, do them, but not always. And then maybe I hit a buddy up like, hey man, let's want a KartRider drift tonight? And he'd be like, yeah, let's do it. I just got to poop real quick, and then we'll play. And we play. But yeah, if you're just watching and you don't have this game, like I said, it's free. Just download it. Why not? Help those devs. And then, there's stuff you can buy. Like I said, there are things you can buy. You get, I want to say it was 20,000. Either 10,000 or 20,000, at least on the PlayStation Store. I don't know about other platforms. And there's some kind of cool things you can buy. And you can also use to upgrade your vehicles, your carts. But some of the cooler things you need, like the KartRider coins or whatever. And I don't know how to obtain those. I don't know if you have to buy them, or maybe I'll get some in the Grand Prix at the end. I have no idea. I mean, we'll find out. Maybe we'll find out together. Who knows? Actually, that's what I was gonna check. I'll check after this race when the Grand Prix actually ends. When the Grand Prix ends, when the battle. Well, I always keep saying battle pass. I play a lot of Siege with some of my buddies. So everything's always battle pass or rocket pass in the old Rocket League. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. Rocket League's another free fun one, but there are some people on there. My word. You want to see people just do some rad stuff with vehicles, like flying through the air, doing barrel rolls. Fox, do a barrel roll. Man, what a good throw. What a good throw. Ow. Suck a butt. Yeah, Rocket League's sweet if you don't have that. Oh, nerds. It isn't racing, if you're curious why I'm bringing it up. I mean, you are, maneuvering a car, but you are hitting a giant ball into a net. And my buddies and I affectionately call it soccer. Like I said, we enjoy it. We really do. Oh, shnikes. Can I get there in at least second place? Cool. This one, I don't know if it had to be first team across or if it's a point based. Either way, I think we lost. Nerds. Yep. Yeah, Rocket League's rad. I'm not good at doing all the flying through the air. I really am not. I mean, maybe someday I'll play it and show you how bad I am. Um, because, yeah, not good with that stuff. I'm pretty good at the game. My buddy and I, we just treat it like it's soccer or football, depending on where you're from, depending on how you like to say things. When does this end? 16 days. Oh, plenty of time. Plenty of time. Um, actually, let's go back to it. Let's just give it a try. Um, yeah, Rocket League's sweet. I do enjoy that. Yeah, Street Fighter 6, man. Can't wait for that. That one I'm very happy about. I may set up a schedule to stream it. Let me know if you play Street Fighter 6 or well any of the, I mean obviously you don't play it right now. Like unless you got the cool beta version or whatever, but let me know if you're down with the old Street Fighter. And then we'll play it and then you'll probably destroy me cuz while I love that game, I'm awful. Button masher extraordinaire. My go-tos are Ryu and Ken, not always in that order. And then sometimes I get lucky with some of the other ones. The one I wish they would bring back is, and I don't know how it's supposed to be said, Street Fighter X Tekken, Street Fighter Cross Tekken. That game was radical sabbatical. Um, I liked it because there were the uh, Tekken characters, but they handled like you played them as though they were Street Fighter characters. Doggone, man. Let's just go back into quick mode, I guess. Yeah, and I think it was like a tag team kind of thing, like a team battle, 2-on-2. Because I want to say I use a lot of Ryu and Law together, and it was funny because I was like, yeah, I'm surprised they didn't put Fei Long in on the Street Fighter side because like, well, they already have Law, and he's basically Tekken's, I mean, I guess Fei Long was probably Street Fighter's answer to Martial Law. I think that was his full name. And yeah, it was just cool. Yeah, I wish they would bring that game back. That Marvel versus Capcom 2 was sick. I feel like there was a Capcom versus SNK game. Somebody Google that too. I think there was that. I may have played it in an arcade. That's how long ago that was. Jimmy Christmas. Oh, actually, okay, kind of circling back to the parental advisory stickers. I still don't know what my main point was. But nowadays, since a lot of people like just stream, if you whenever you're on Spotify, if you see an E next to a song, it means explicit, and it could be for anything. I said it could be drug use, violence, vulgar sexual language. Um, yeah, it's just wild. But yeah, Tipper Gore put that in place back in the 90s. And then, yeah, it's just what it is. And then I do believe that did spur the TV ratings. When I was growing up, there wasn't TV ratings. Like, you see now, like, TV PG, TV Y7, TV MA, like, whatever. Oh, come on. Jenny Christmas. Oh, and my teammates okay. So I'm screwed here. Like, okay. Like, I don't think I can win anyway. At this point. But yeah, the rating system. And even There was even something with, I don't know when PG-13 came out, because it used to be just G, PG, and R, and because I think like Bad News Bears was PG, because all that they were doing that was kind of like parental guidance suggested was swearing, and then I think Walter Matthau drank beer in it. You know, like I saw it once a long time ago, and it was just whatever to me. But I know it's a bit of a cult classic for some. Not even a cult classic. Dang it. And then they came out with PG-13, and the thing with that, if you ever saw Be Cool with Vince Vaughn and like John Travolta and I can't remember who all was in it, Jiminy Christmas, I took fifth. John Travolta's character talks about, because he's supposed to be a movie director or movie producer or whatever, and he's driving around with whoever, and they're talking about the script. He goes, "Yeah, you know, the FCC says I have to change the script. I can only use one F word in the whole movie if I want to keep a PG-13 rating." And the guy goes, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, you know what I say to that? Fuck that." And I was like, huh. And it's my buddies that were watching, like, is that true? Is that a real thing? So we ended up finishing the movie, and we realized, yeah, there were no more F-bombs in the rest of that movie, and it's a PG-13 movie. We were like, huh. Like, no way. Like, okay. So then we saw The Ringer, and that one was PG-13 as well. And there's one F-bomb in there. It's one of the funniest F-bombs I feel like ever dropped in any movie. I don't even want to spoil it. If you feel like spoiling it for yourself, just YouTube, go like The Ringer, and maybe type in like ice cream. Something like that. Like I don't want to give it away, and other people that have seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, like I don't want to overhype it, but it's certainly the best F-bomb I think ever dropped in a movie ever. Ever. Like it's because it was so unexpected too. Like, um, the whole movie's good. And a lot of people, so that was another one a lot of people got super offended by. So the premise of that movie, Johnny Knoxville, um, I can't remember what he does for a living, whatever. I don't even know if that matters, but he has a gardener, and the gardener ends up chopping off all the fingers on like one of his hands, and he's like fixing the lawnmower, and yeah, he just whatever. So he has no insurance though, and I can't remember why Johnny Knoxville's like just dead set on I gotta help Stavros. I call him Stavi for short. And he's like, I gotta help him, you know, like he's a great guy. I love this dude, like he deserves help, you know, blah blah. And so Johnny Knoxville's uncle is what's the word you use? Like degenerate gambler. Like he's got a serious gambling problem. Gambles on everything. So he's, you know, Johnny goes to him of like, hey, are there any leads, you know, you can give me on a good sure thing. And his uncle, being a sleazeball, is all like, hey, let's just fix the Special Olympics. We'll pretend like you're mentally handicapped, and yeah, we'll do that. And Johnny Knoxville definitely doesn't want to do it, but he's like, okay, this is like this is all I can think of to do. And which is still asinine. Like, don't get me wrong. And so a lot of people were upset with it because the premise. I mean, the premise is pretty outrageous. And he ends up, befriending these guys that he's gonna. I don't know if he ever actually competes against any of them, but he's in like a dorm with them, and he becomes good friends with them, and then his cover's blown by the end of it. But the his love interest in the movie, she kind of sees past it and kind of understands, like, okay, I get why you did what you did. You're still kind of, not the greatest person, but we'll see what's going on. And so people in real life, people were upset about it, like, oh, he's just making fun of handicapped people, da 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 da. But the people that are in charge of the Special Olympics were like, we absolutely love that he made this movie. Like 100%, we are very much behind it because we don't think a lot of people knew anything about the Special Olympics or knew at least that much, like that it really exists, and like that you can help out, like you can actually go and like give your time. So it was a good thing almost that he did the movie. I thought it was hilarious. I had an aunt that was mentally and physically handicapped, so that stuff's always been a little sensitive for me. Um, but there was nothing in that movie that I was like, oh, this is in poor taste. Like, come on. Like, what? Come on. And there's a few people in it that are not like mentally handicapped, but they play mentally handicapped in the movie. Um, but even with that, they're not being. At least I felt like they weren't being malicious about it. There was nothing about it where I'm like, turn this off, dude. I can't watch it. And it's just like, okay, yeah. I mean, this is yeah. They're portraying it correctly, whatever. Um, but yeah, that movie was funny. But that movie has the greatest f bomb ever dropped in a movie, probably ever. So I would say watch it at some point. Um, and I guess yeah, whatever that website was I was talking about earlier, like I'm sure you can go on there and just see any like triggers, I guess, and I'm sure that's what I can't, man, I don't know what the name of that stupid site is, and it's been forever since I've been on it anyway. And I remember I looked up things like movies that I knew, forward and backward of like, oh yeah, that's right, and that's definitely in that movie where people might not want their kids seeing it, or they might just be offended by it, and um, yeah, so it's that, man, yeah, just Google it, give it a Goog. Yeah, find that website. It's pretty helpful, especially if you're an adult with kids and you want to, let them, be kids and be naive to the world of things and not have to grow up too quickly of, mommy, what's this mean? It's like, oh gosh, now I gotta explain. Either I gotta explain what this sexual thing is, or I can just, uh, when you're older, I'll tell you, whatever. Like, luckily for me, I don't have kids, so I don't have to worry about any of that. I do have a nephew, and I definitely, will make sure not to say certain things around him. Try not to bring up certain topics around him. He's only 7. He doesn't need to be having his mind clouded with any crap. Um, like I said, just let him be a kid. Let them be. And then oh, alright, got past that. Gosh, I feel like I was in first for a good little while. And now here I am. Here I am. Oh, why did I go left? What a dummy. Yep, I deserve to lose every game I ever play ever again. My goodness. Oh, and our teammate. Okay. See, I'm in dead last here because 8th place is our teammate that has been disconnected the whole time. So that's fun. If you couldn't detect my sarcasm there, I feel bad for you, son. Got 99 sarcasms, and that was one. I don't know. Just. Oh. Yeah, I took 3rd. I'll take it. Still didn't really do jack crack. Jimmy crack corn, and I don't care. Yeah, hope your Monday's been alright. Like I said, mine wasn't bad. Just that whole 8 hours of work. Ugh. So many Christmas. I didn't sign up for this crap. But yeah, it's Monday. What do? You know. Had a little bit of snow yesterday. That was kind of cool. I love the snow. I live in a snowy state, and I know a lot of people hate the snow. I mean, it's funny how much they complain about the snow, the winter. The winters here, I mean, take up the bulk of the year, not gonna lie. But it's also like, I've said to people like, well, honestly, why don't you just move then? Well, I was born and raised here. I love it. My family's here. My friends are here. Okay, then, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't want to move, okay. If you can't, like, if you can't afford it, I get that too, like 100%. Um, Especially at my age, I've got friends that have families. They are married, they have kids. Some are just married, so it's not as easy. Like, if I wanted to, tomorrow I could start looking for a new place in New Jersey if I wanted to. Just move, up and move. Just, yep, I'm going, leaving. I don't have kids, I don't have a pet, I don't have a girlfriend, don't have a wife. I have nothing that I am stuck to where I'm living. Like, there's like, no, I can't move because this. I've got family out here. My parents, my brother, I've mentioned all of that a few times. Um, but I don't need them really for anything, and they don't need me for anything. Like I said, I don't have a kid, so it's not like, oh, I'm taking my kid away from one set of their grandparents. Um, so I get it. If you cannot, if there are things that are hindering you from moving, yeah. But there's other people where it's like you could just move. Like your job you could do remotely. Like I know people, a ton of people that work remotely, and it's like you definitely can move to wherever you want, but you're choosing not to. So then you kind of can't complain that much the whole winter. Like it's every day. Oh my gosh, winter started. Gosh, we can't go outside as much as we want. It's like you still can just bundle up. But I guess on the flip side of that coin, it's gonna get humid here. What are we in? April? May shouldn't be too bad. June can get a little bit, but July and August are brutal. September hit or miss. Um, but yeah, July, ugh. So I hate the humidity. I'm not I'm a humidity kind of guy. Oh my gosh. So just Grand Prix is really not the way to go. And that really stinks because I'm gonna have garbage points to get whatever rewards. Um, yeah, I don't do humidity. I don't really dig it. I don't. It's just ugh. Your clothes feel almost damp. I don't know if you live in a humid climate, or spent enough time in one. Maybe you dig it. Maybe you do. But not your boy. Not old SendCheatCodes over here. I do not dig it. So I am thankful that I have the money to run my air conditioning when I need to run air conditioning. Because, whew, yeah, it gets bad. It gets bad. And like I said, it's only like, let's say tops 3 months, 12 weeks, you know. Um, so yeah, for me, I only got to put up with that much. Let's say even max, yeah, 12 weeks, because it could be 2.5 months. You know, there's whatever. But the really cool thing is the thunderstorms and stuff, rain, thunder, like that is my thing. That's where I've thought about moving to like a suburb of Seattle. Um, I'd want to go out there and just kind of visit for a bit somewhere. Let's say that's like 45 minutes to an hour outside of Seattle, and really check out what they got going on there. Ah, doggone it! I didn't want to use that shield on literally nothing. Um, yeah, I've wanted to go out there, somewhere out there, check it out, see what there is to offer. 'Cause like I said, I don't have to live where I live. I just, I just do live where I live. And see, nerds. That's what I hate about the magnet. Um, yeah, that'd be cool to check it out. I don't know if I'd want to go more east because I think that you're gonna get some humid states over there. Like I went to New Jersey when I was like 3, or I turned 3 in New Jersey. I vaguely remember it. It's kind of weird that I remember it, to be honest. Um, and yeah, I wouldn't want to live there. Like I said, I don't mind the snow. It's the ice on the roads and the walkways. I don't dig that at all. It's not my thing. Um, and then I've thought about visiting Denver. Um, yeah, I know, snowy for sure. I would assume icy at times, but I don't know if it'd be as frequent as Minnesota. I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything. And then, but again, maybe check out a suburb near Denver or near Boulder or what's another? I know there's another like kind of major, like cool city in Colorado. Um, what? Yeah, Boulder, Denver. I mean, not South Park because that's not even like a real spot, but that'd be cool if there was. That would actually be funny to live in South Park. Um, and then yeah, yeah, Washington, maybe Oregon. Hmm. So I wouldn't ever want to go live in like Florida, Florida, Florida. Um, I mean, just humid, you know, tropical. Um, I'm not much of a beach guy. It's just never really been my thing. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think what other cool states there would be to live. But I'd want to, like I said, I'd want to go visit them first. I'd need to save up some vacation time, and if I could, just take a full week. Take a full week, go out somewhere, and one of the nights really just live it up somewhere. Go into the major city, drop a dumb amount of money, and then the rest of the time just check out like the suburb. See what's around. Kind of diners, kind of stores, everything. Um, it'd be a lot cooler to like stay with somebody And he's like, yeah, let's just run errands. Like, yeah, you go to work and then we'll run errands when you get home from work. Like, that's totally fine. Like, just to see what their day to day is. Like, don't pretend like you party hardy all the time just because I'm here. You know, it's just if you got to go get groceries on a Tuesday, hey, we're going to get groceries. Like, yeah, I want to see that side of that life. You know. Um, so I don't know. It'd be cool just to go visit a place. But it takes a lot of money. Can, I guess. Doesn't always have to, but I don't even know how much plane tickets are these days. Like, oh my gosh. And then, I don't know if people are still ridiculous on planes, you know? So that's kind of. And I don't mind flying. I don't have a fear of flying. I know people that do. A friend of mine, she just absolutely. It's funny, she hates flying, but she loves going to Europe from time to time. What? I put a shield up. Oh my gosh. Um, she likes going to Europe. And I remember juggling her, like, like, there's kind of only one way to get to Europe. Like, unless you're really going to take a boat. Like, I guess you could cruise. Just get on a ship here. I mean, not here, but, like, it's not going to pull up to her house, dude. Zoinks. Come on. Come on, Scoob. There we go. There we go. And then, yeah, she doesn't like flying. She doesn't like the turbulence. Kind of freaks her out. So it sucks for her. It's like, yeah, you love going places, and a lot of these places you like going, you kind of have to fly there. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but so she puts up with it for that. I think she tries to take like a little sleeping pill on the way. Yeah, that'd be rad to go overseas. I've never really been out of the country. I've been to Mexico, parts of Mexico. I was on a cruise, but yeah, like the big time wrestling dork inside of me wants to go to Japan and see Wrestle Kingdom. That'd be cool. Um, and then parts of me, a part of me wants to go to some European countries and see some European hockey. That'd be rad. I want to go to Italy, just eat all the pasta they have to offer. Um, yeah, just I'm a simple guy. I like what I like, and that's kind of it. That's the way it should be. Just like what you like. If you're not hurting nobody, and you're not hurting yourself, like what you like. I like video games, so I play video games. Not hurting anybody. I would say I'm not hurting myself, but I think I'm getting carpal tunnel. I don't know. Arthritis, probably. But, I mean, I'm not doing real harm to people, I'm just, it is what it is. And then, like food, I mean, that can be harmful. Can be harmful to one because, fatty foods and a sedentary lifestyle. Probably not the best combinations. Yeah, like pro wrestling. Like music. Music can hurt my ears, I suppose, if I listen to it too loud. Oh, doggone it. Too loud and too long. Oh, I thought that thing was going to come back and destroy me. Red Bull gives you wings. Dang it. Dang it, dang it. Well, Vanguard Sparks, we're probably not going to win this thing. Sorry. Sorry, Boocha. Sorry, boot that. Sorry, boot that. But yeah, I could go for some pasta right now. Got myself all kinds of hungry. I mean, I haven't eaten since noon, and it is closing in on 6 p.m. I do my BMs in the PM. It's little Bob's Burgers for you. Oh yeah, so right there in team item. Okay. Alright, let's try it again. Excuse me. Yeah, tomorrow night, every Tuesday, on my my YouTube, SendCheatCodes. League of Jobbers, week 2. Doesn't it feel like week 1 was just last week that I did it? Because I've been editing a lot of the shows, getting them ready for everybody that may care to watch. And do not get me wrong, I love doing it, but it is a lot of work because I do the things and then it's just like the waiting for it to like air, because I have them set up every week, like a weekly show, and it's just like I want to just have it out there, Tom Petty was right, man. The waiting is the hardest part. Tom Petty, R.I.P. man. That dude had some killer tunes. Running down a dream. Down a thing. American Girl. Mary Jane's Last Dance. And that's the weird one. Mary Jane's Last Dance. I always remembered hearing growing up that, oh, it's just about smoking weed, dude. Guys just writing about smoking a joint, man. Mary Jane, put on that wedding dress. Come on, man. It's a joint, man. And other people are like, no, it's actually not at all about a joint. But it's also not about a woman named Mary Jane. Like, I don't know. Like, I remember I looked it up once, and I don't remember what the hell it's really supposed to be about. I just dig it. And then the Chili Peppers completely stole that riff for Danny California. And then John, their guitar player, mostly stole... It was mostly him, but he stole a bit of a Hendrix riff. Purple Haze! That's how electric guitar sounds. And then somebody pointed out, I saw a channel, this guy, he had a thing like, what makes this song stink? And it was Danny California, so he points out those two things, which I knew. Some of the lyrics where he's kind of like, nobody knows what it means. Like, it starts with like, getting born in the state of Mississippi. He's like, what the hell's getting born? He was the only things I kept finding when I would do all these Google searches was Danny California, because that's the lyric, getting born. He goes, and then the album Get Born by Jet, where if you have not heard Get Born by Jet, find that album somewhere down the line. That's a really good one. That is a really good album. I think they only put out 2 albums. 2 of the guys are brothers, and I believe during the recording of the second album, or maybe during the tour part of the second album, their father got really sick. He eventually passed away, and I mean, if you know anything about losing a loved one, you kind of start to lose passion and the drive to do certain things, even the stuff you love, it just doesn't feel the same, you know. And so I think that's what happened to them. I think that's what happened with their band. But Get Born is a great album. I cannot stress that enough. Listen to it. Um, Quite a bit of what they had on there sounded like some AC/DC. If you like AC/DC, then cool. If you don't, then I don't know. Broaden your listening pleasure. Um, and But yeah, so the guy was talking about the lyrics. That's what it was, where it's like getting born in the state of whatever, and he was like, yeah. He goes, and then everybody always rips on the Chili Peppers because Anthony's always singing about California. I get it. He's from California, or he moved there when he was a kid, and he just loves California. I get it. He goes, but I understood more of why he does it. He goes, a lot of their songs are in 4/4. And California is 4 syllables, so it's really easy to just throw it in there, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, that makes sense too. But the one that I never really realized with that song, and now I can't not hear it when I hear that song, is the vocal line for the majority of the verse. Like, getting born in the state of Mississippi. So that little like, if you know about Rick Rubin, he has produced a ton of bands. I mean, and he has an outrageous credit list. And one of his credits is Rage Against the Machine. And they have a song called People of the Sun. And it starts out with the guitar. Yeah, people come up. Whatever. Yeah, this is for the people of the sun. Check that album out too. Evil Empire. It's great. Rage Against the Machine. But the guy said it. He goes, yeah, it's that getting born in the state of Mississippi. Mama was a copper. Mama was a hippie. Alabama, she was with a hammer. And I was like, dude, no way. He goes, so I'm sure, he goes, that wasn't by accident. He goes, maybe like not completely intentional, but it's a Rick Rubin production. People of the Sun is a Rick Rubin produced song. Danny California is a Rick Rubin produced song. So it's like, it's just gonna get in there, like, it's like Coldplay. This is now my words. It's like Coldplay. I can't remember what the 2 songs are, but like, oh, come on, really? Lights go out and they can be seen. Time that I'm trying to swim against, right? And then they have another one. And it's like, you guys just ripped off your own thing. Like, what? Yeah, so I mean, it happens. It happens in music all the time. Let's not pretend like it doesn't. Oh, I saw that banana too. Doggone it. Gosh, I am just awful at every video game ever. But I appreciate you stopping by and watching me be awful, because I couldn't do this without you. And then, yeah, Tom Petty, man. I can't remember how we got on Tom Petty, but, yeah, he had some killer tunes, man. You don't know how it feels to be me. Bow, bow. You know, doesn't been a let's get to the point. Let's roll another joint. See, right there, he's talking about rolling a joint. Oh, nice. Oh, booyah! Oh, they really wanted those shields to hit before the thing. Sucks to suck, dude. Goose the noob. Well, Goose the noob, not too bad. Taking third if you're really a noob. Um, but yeah, good times, man. What a Monday. Mondays, boy, I hate Mondays. Think about it. Yeah, May is coming up. It's April 17th. We're halfway through April, more than halfway. May is right there. That means Mother's Day is right there. And then Father's Day is in June, I think. Somebody Google that. I'm trying to think. A buddy of mine. It's funny, like he and his wife, they have like a lot of stuff going on, like in a row. Like I guess everything's kind of in a row on a timeline. So his birthday is the end of May. Okay, their daughter's birthday is somewhere early May, right around Mother's Day, and then his is at the end of May. His wife's birthday, I think it's Father's Day, is somewhere early in June. His wife's birthday is late June. Their wedding anniversary is like July 3rd. Second or third. I should know this. I was best man in the wedding. Better man. Yeah, and then they I don't know when their other kids' birthdays are. I feel really bad about that. Excuse me, that was gross. But that's on my I think Father's Day is early in June. It's like the second Sunday of June. I think it's like Mother's Day but June, where it's the second Sunday of that month. Somebody Google it, figure it out. I was just at Target. Well, yeah, that's weird. I was just at Target, and I saw that they had, like, I don't know how your Target is set up, or even if you even go to Target, but they had like all the knick-knacky things right there by the checkout, like kind of where you would like grab your cart or your basket, and it was all Father's Day driven stuff. Like there was like a cookie jar, and it said like "dad joke loading," whatever. And it's like, yeah, I get it. It's a dad joke about dad jokes. But I didn't see anything for like Mother's Day. I wonder if they did all the Mother's Day stuff like 3 months ago, because that's what Target kind of does, dude. Like, oh, it's July, let's get Halloween stuff ready. It's like, what the hell? Like, can't we just celebrate 4th of July first? Before we put all the pumpkins out? Jiminy Christmas, man. But I will say, I do like getting that candy the day after Halloween and Valentine's Day, and what's the other... Is there another big candy holiday? I mean, Christmas, you get some of the Christmas stuff. Like Christmas M&Ms. But it's not like, it's not like Valentine's and Halloween where everybody knows. You make a mad dash for candy, and then the next day... Yeah, I don't care that it's a heart-shaped box of chocolates. I'm going to buy them. I'm going to watch some stuff on YouTube. And I'm going to eat these things. Lay off me, man, I'm stores. Now I could really go for some candy. Like, I should not have started talking about candy. Doggone it. Doggone it. I really shouldn't have been talking about candy. Whatever. It is what it is, I guess. Yeah, I go for candy right now. I'm big on Fast Break. Take 5 was a good one. I don't know if you ever had a Take 5 bar. That one was great. Abba Zaba, I finally had one after years of wanting to have one after seeing Half Baked. Abba Zaba, you my only friend. That was pretty good. I think it's just like kind of like a vanilla taffy with a peanut butter center. Weird, right? Delicious. Oh man, taffy, like the big old bars of taffy. Like there was one. I don't know if it was like I don't know if it was called like birthday cake or something like that. But it was like a pink taffy bar, and I don't even know what these were because I don't think they were actual like donut sprinkles, but they kind of looked like sprinkles. But I feel like they were a little bit like harder of a candy, like almost like obviously straight sugar, but they had like a little bit of a crunch to them. So almost like the coating of like a Tootsie Pop, but thinner, a lot thinner. Um, how it kind of just looks like plastic, like that kind of translucent, whatever. Man, I could go. Yeah, I could go for some candy. If somebody would send me candy right now, my goodness gracious, I don't know what I would do. Like if all of a sudden tomorrow I come home from work and there's a box of candy. I think they make a subscription service thing for that, right? Like, isn't there? You can just get snacks and they're like from all around the world. I remember telling a coworker of mine because this dude he would eat everything and he would always show up with the most random stuff. I'm like, dude, where did you find that? Oh, I just got it online. Like, that's so crazy. He's like, yeah, it's only sold in Thailand. I'm like, oh, okay, that's why you got it online. All right, I can dig it. And then yeah, that kind of part of me wants to look into it, but also part of me is like, I don't need to chance losing a foot every month or however often they show up. It's a lot of sugar. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not the healthiest guy at all. Don't let's not get that mixed up and twisted. But I I do love candy, man. The Candyman can who can make the sun rise. Come with me and you'll be. God, that was a good movie. Is it? And this is where I always get confused too. I think the movie is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I think it's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is the movie, and the novel is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And yeah, cause I think even the Johnny Depp one is Willy. Cause it's more about him. That one's more about him, about Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka, Willy Wonka. Oh, nerds. Um, God, that sucked. Um, yeah, because the Johnny Depp one is more about Willie than it is about Charlie. Charlie Buckets. Um, Schnikes. So I think the Gene Wilder one is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And oh my goodness gracious. Told you I can't have nice things. I just cannot. I cannot. I didn't think. I thought I was gonna clip that corner there. I really did. What the handbrake? Oh my goodness. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Doggone it. Alright, well. Fourth place, huh? Ain't nothing wrong with whatever's worse than bronze. Aluminum foil? What do you get after that? Schnikes, man. Oh, Rico Senpai. But yeah, download this game. I'm telling you. It is fun. Don't let my terrible playing deter you from it. Just yeah, yeah, download it. It's fun. I dig it. I really do. Um, I'll show you the shop real quick. We were talking about that earlier, like the stuff you can buy. Um, well, these things are kind of fun. So here, like this package, it's 750 K coins. Well, I only have 300 up there, so probably not gonna happen. Minor Mo's, hey, probably not gonna happen. Plague Doctor, now I'm that is attainable because it's the whatever the gold coins are. I just have to save up to be a lot gooder than what I am. Security Guard Bex could get that. Seed Plasma PET can't. Road Roller could, won't, should, shorn't. Um, Lucid package. I mean, that would be a while. Cabriolet would be cool. See, I could get this, but I don't really care to. Surprise party. Yeah, I don't really care to. That would be kind of cool. It would remind me of Crazy Taxi, but no, just not. Tunnel Master. Can't get it. Kind of don't care to though either. These I don't really care about. This, I don't really care about, but it's one of those I kind of want it just because it's there. These, don't care about these. Moo package, meh. Just decals, I believe. Now Rave emojis, Power Forward Rex. Nope, don't care. Pro Baller Bazinga. Deuce Coupe. Now what's funny, it's a toilet bowl. Deuce. Get it? This thing is kind of rad. Don't really care about Phantom Thief Chris. Don't care about Chris emoji set. Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Chef Moe's. Could get that. Could get this thing right here. It's whatever. Could get that. Doesn't really matter because you can't fly it. Banana. Don't really care about that. Don't really care about that. And then, so there's that. Here's the Racing Pass. So, man, what do we got here? 16 days. Little man. So I stand to gain that and this. Pim. What did I say? Rising Star. That's a World Star. Midnight Wave license plate. Don't care. A little bit of money. Oh, a lot of bit of money. Okay. So yeah, like, if I was gonna move up a level, it's most of my K coins. Like, look at that, 1,000 K coins essentially. Sheesh. No, it's so dumb. Oh, and then yeah, you get all your challenges here, daily challenges, speed mode. Oh yeah. Could do those at some point in life. 17 squad speed. Yeah, 11. Time attacks. Not a big fan, but I get it. Solo speed. Okay. Did I complete all of these? Yup. Everything but that. Everything but the girl. Oh, so week 1 and 3 are completed. Week 4, that's where I'm held up a lot. Week 5, okay. Week 6, Jiminy Christmas. But I believe this is week 6, so it makes sense. Oh wait, time attack. Wait, I wonder if I could seriously just stack it all up. So only do 11 races to clear out those 2 weeks. Yeah, 11 races to do 3 weeks? Do you think they'll let me game the system that way? I don't know, but we'll find out at another time. I'm going to split. I need to get dinner, especially all that food talk. Got myself real hungry. But I sincerely appreciate you being here. Hope the rest of your Monday goes according to plan, and if not, better than according to plan. Whatever that may look like for you on this Monday. Mondays suck. Let's be real, especially if you work. If you don't, then I don't know. Maybe they don't suck for you. Maybe they don't suck for you even if you work. I don't know. But I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of Mondays. So yeah, I sincerely appreciate you being here. I really do, and we should do this again sometime. So add me if you want to. Right there, SendCheatCodes 23 on the PlayStation Network. I don't know if they have a thing for just this game to look me up, but I'm sure SendCheatCodes or SendCheatCodes 23 will be there. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. Feel free to share this, clip it to your thing if you can, if you want, and then follow my YouTube, SendCheatCodes. I'll probably post this up there as well, just in case you want to watch it over and over and over again. And if you do, you're awesome. If you don't, you're still pretty cool because you were here. So yeah, thank you so much for being here, and hope everything is going well for you. So until next time, see you, bye.